Very warm good evening to all the wonderful listeners and viewers who are joining with us. Again, on Sunday evening, we are tuning to Rec Power Talks. So it's me, Sunesh Bharda, joining all the way from Bangalore to all the wonderful souls out here. And as you know, let me just give you a brief about what a Rec Power Talk is all about. Rec Power Talk, as you all know, we brings out the powerful personalities across the globe to showcase their talents, experience, and share their knowledge, which can help eventually everybody in and across the globe. So, on the same note, today, Sunday evening, again, I am tuning in with another powerful personality with me. But my today's special guest or speaker is really, really amazing and have something very special and unique, which I'm going to share slightly later. But before that, let me just give a small intro about my today's wonderful guest. So today I have with me Arne Agarwal from Bangalore. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Arne Agarwal to joining us on Rec Power Talks. I
Thank,
welcome you, Arne.
thank you for inviting me here. It's my pleasure to be here. Yeah, it's amazing opportunity to be here and to talk to you all. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Lovely, Arne. So, about Arne, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, he is 12 years old. But you know, the lovely and the best part about Arne, the achievements this boy has is amazing. So, I'm going to read out some wonderful stuff about Arne. So, Arne is 12 years old, as you all know. He's a public speaker, he's a freelancer soft skill trainer, he's a winner of Top 20 Influencer Awards 2021. That's something called really big Arne has done. He's a TEDx speaker. He shared the stage with very known famous personality MSPV Sindhu, junior journalist at Times of India. He's also a junior journalist at American newspaper Indie Kids. He's a life coach at MIT Square. He's a talk show host at the Talk Bar. He's a founder of e-reading Shala. He's also founder of Story OK, the Storytelling Society of India, founder of Public Speaking Club, Leading Lions. He's also a podcaster with 21,000 listeners across the globe. And he's also, that the most fascinating thing about Arne is he's also author of 3 books, book reviewer, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. And the best thing, which I would say last but not the least, is 100 plus published fiction with high speed reader and community builder. Arne, once again, I welcome you on Rec Power Talks.
Okay, thank you. Yes, it's a pleasure for me to be here.
What a lovely achievement you have, Arne. And definitely today, the crowd who is joining with us across the globe is so keen to understand and know about how it's at such a young age you're able to do so many things, right? So we are going to just learn a lot of things from you, Arne. So stage is all yours. Please start with whatever you love to share and ensure that yes, there will be people who are of your age group, and I'm sure they are going to have a lot of things today to learn from you. So, Arne, stage is all yours. Please go ahead.
Okay, so if can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
What? Okay, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about just start, take that first leap. So it's going to be about my journey to entrepreneurship. So let's start, okay? So I, ma'am has already introduced me, so there's no need for this slide. Okay, so now let me tell you about how my book reading habit turned into e-reading Shala. How when I was like really interested into book reading, how this converted into my first ever society, just called e-reading Shala. So okay, so I'll just tell you. So I was like really interested in books, like really interested. So I started reading books at an early age, and what do you say? it began when I was still crawling. My interest in books began still when I was still crawling. I used to just tear the pages, and I used to think, I used to try to put them back together, like the crumbled pages. I was like, this part goes together. This is a puzzle, and I used to be like that. And I don't know when, but slowly this habit of tearing the pages converted into picture reading and then text reading. And since books were introduced so early into my life, I have been reading books ahead of my age. For example, I finished the entire Harry Potter series when I was in third grade. So my interest continued to grow. Once I went to my hometown, I saw that kids, didn't have an interest in book reading. I noticed that one friend of mine in my hometown was not even aware of Harry Potter books. I realized that they will never know the wonders that the books hold. So I started to read a story book to children and help them understand the difficult words. Soon I created a community of around 170 kids. I conduct live book reading sessions with kids in e-reading Shala. I also create book reviews as part of e-reading Shala. So this is how e-reading Shala was invented in 2018, the aim of welfare and upliftment of children. So here I just converted my hobby into an organization. You can also do that. You just have to convert your hobbies into your career. And sometimes you just may have to think hard on how you're going to do it. And you will have great success on doing it. So I just want to share a book that I've been reading. So can you all see it? Okay, I don't think you can see it.
No, we can't. We can see peace. Yes, now we can.
Yeah, so this is the book. I'm going to tell you 1 second. Yes, so this is the book I've been reading.
It's quite a heavy book.
Yeah, it's a Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace, and I just wanted to share, what book I'm reading currently.
Okay.
It's like, it's really, really good. It's about Russian society and stuff. Okay. So now I would like to tell you, I'll actually like to show you. Let me just share 1 second. Yeah, here it is. So I just want to share you like a few, like a session, an example of a session with e-reading Shala. An example of a session for e-reading Shala. So I'll start playing it. New words. This campaign has reached both big towns and small towns all over India and even beyond.
He said, "You are a young man now. You must leave the jungle." Mowgli did not want to leave. As he grew up there, away, "Help me!" cried Mowgli. The panda starting Sia.
So that was just an example, like of how sessions are done here. I help children read books. I help a lot of them to read books, to understand the difficult words in the books, and to increase the book reading habit in them. So that was just an example of a e-reading session. So now I want to tell you the story behind STS India, the story log STS India. So it's all related to my mom's grandma stories. Like she used to tell me stories of her grandma, and that's a major part in the creating of STS India. Okay, so like a story log. I started a new venture. Story log within my small circle of friends and family. Little did I know that it would expand far and wide and become a like a well-known organization among storytellers, and I would impress children, parents, and storytellers from all over the country. So the vision with which STS India was started and is running is kind of novel. Let me tell you how the idea came to me. I noticed that in the good old days, they were big families with uncles and aunts and grandparents and so many others at home. It was like a party every single second, every single day because of how many people there were. So one day I asked my mom what she used to do for entertainment, because nowadays I think, today there are so many things, but previously there wasn't so many things. What did my mom even do? How does she have fun? So I asked that, and she told me she grew up in a big joint family, and her grandmother used to narrate many stories to her and her cousins. She said it was used to be so fun listening to those stories, and she learned a lot from storytelling. But I realized nowadays families have gone nuclear. It is like grandparents live so far, and the mother, father, and child live so far away. It's like distance of Antarctica from like Antarctica to Asia or something. That's how far it is. So I started thinking that I can start telling stories to children myself. I can't take a place of grandparents. I can't take the place of grandparents, but I can still help. And with that thought, I started the organization. 1 second, hold on. Yeah, okay. So I started a story with that vision. So I also noticed another thing which I had mentioned now. I'll mention it now. Like there was like a lot of things in India. There was a lot of stories in India. There's a lot of storytelling in India. Like in youth, there should be a lot of. So what I mean to say is that India has a lot of stories. It has a huge treasure of stories. We have more stories than like than there are fish on the world. We have gigantical historical background. We have abundance of like stories such as legendary stories, stories of God, princely Mysore stories, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Raja Rani, and so many more. We also have stories in our history, stories of Mughals, stories of Rajput, stories of freedom fighters, stories of brave women, and it goes on. The list goes on. Storytelling is even the celebration, is even part of celebration for many festivals. But I observed that slowly the tradition and practice of stories has been diminishing, especially among kids. So I decided to fulfill my role in encouraging stories among children and adults of India. With my initiative, I'm trying to pass our treasure of storytelling to future generations. So from barely 5 children attending my first session, from now people across the world, they reach out to me to join events organized by Storylook. The main objective of STS India is to promote storytelling among children, but it has widened its horizon by making musical concerts and talent shows as a part of frequent storytelling events. Gradually, the community has grown to have around 200 children. I also do monthly events. Planning and preparation starts like a month before the event, and it's followed by a rehearsal 1 week before the event. The events are fun, but preparing for the events is amazing. Like it's amazing, but it takes a lot of time. Like 1 month before we start, and the stage is built a few days in advance with one part of the house dedicated for the stage. There's like curtains are hung around the stage. There's 4 to 5 performers in every event who showcase storytelling, vocal, instrumental, and other talents. Last year and this year, I organized events around festivals such as Dussehra, Diwali, Christmas, Republic Day. We performed age-old traditions of Ravan Dahan live from the laptop. It was an extraordinary experience, and I narrated many stories to teach the significance of Dussehra to children and adults. And I told them about different ways it is celebrated. The Diwali storytelling event was also really exciting. Children enjoyed bursting green crackers live with the audience digitally. I also narrated a lot of Diwali stories, that are important in different parts of the story, in different parts of the country. And I also organized a Christmas event. It was a great success, and apart from the children, many parents too participated in the event. In the Christmas event, I had done cooking, and I had shown how to cook. And like throughout the session, there were stories, but most of the session, everybody was eating the thing that we made. Like I could just see, like there were so many cameras, everybody was like, jump, just eating the cake. So it was really, really amazing. So it was just like a simple talk to my mother about her grandmother. And this converted into an idea converted and became the organization. So this is how it all started. So I just want to show you something. Yeah. So I just want to show you this video. It's it's an event. It's a Diwali event. So you can see. Yes, I'm going to light up the lighting up. Okay, I have one. No parts should be left, or else here it is burning. And if he okay, so there was just the example of like a Ravan Dahan. I drew a picture of Ravan, put it on a stick, and then mounted a Ravan figure, and that was Ravan Dahan, homemade Ravan Dahan. It was really, really exciting to do it, and all the kids enjoyed it. They were saying Ravan, yay, Ram, and all that. So it was how do you say this? Like it was like that amazing event, but online. So that was something that I never expected to go through, but it did. Wait, what? Sorry. Yeah. So now I want to tell you about the talk bar. So how the talk bar started. Okay. I'm getting a notification for the chat. Can people please stop chatting? Thank you. Okay, yeah. So I'll just tell you about how the talk bar started. So talk bar is kind of new. It's kind of new. It's newer than e-reading Shala and STX India. So this is kind of recent. So I was talking to the parents of a wonderful 9-year-old achiever kid. She was a wonderful dancer. She was Odisha. Okay, I don't know. It was Orissa dancer. She was an Orissa dancer and she had lots of prizes. But she expressed that she didn't get the visibility. So I decided to interview her to make her feel good. I was like, Mrs. I forgot her name. I'll just call her Anonymous. Miss Anonymous, how has been your experience? So I interviewed her like that, and I interviewed her to make her feel good. And then the idea started from that. I can help in empowering and promoting such achiever kids. And then the talk bar started. Where I interviewed the achiever kids, and I tried to promote them in social media. I wrote about them, and it was really exciting. So I'll just show you like a video of one of the person. He's like a 17-year-old. He's a Rishabh Java. He's a robotics person. What? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I forgot. So I'll show. He did not want his video to be shared, so I won't show it now. So like a simple talk converted to an idea, and an idea became a channel, and the channel became an organization. So, and as a part of Talk Bar, I collaborate with various schools, colleges, and corporates. I'm here right now. So I conduct various activities for youth empowerment and development in school and corporate offices for employee families. And so I also I was a short story writer. I was a short story writer, and from becoming a short story writer, I became a book. You can see my book right here. There's a pictures of my book that I have. I'll try to show it to you. Yeah, okay. It's not here right now, but you can see these pictures. So this is one of the chapters in my book. So I just want to show you how like just a short story became into me becoming an author, which I had never imagined. So I began creative writing during my 4th grade in 2018. Few months later, in the Hindi newspaper, there was an announcement of a fiction writing competition. So my mom asked me if I want to participate, but I immediately refused. But then I decided to write anyways as a time pass using the prompt given in the newspaper. By the time I finished writing the story, the submission date was long gone. But we sent the completed story to the given address anyways. And the editor liked the story and he decided to publish it. I couldn't win the competition, of course, because my entry didn't reach it on time. But I got my gift because it became my first published fiction of my life. That too in a reputed national newspaper. So then I converted that short story into a picture book, and that encouraged me to write stories. I started writing a blog, and then I started a travel blog, and a book was ready. All you need to do is just start. If you can just start, you can get a book. Oh, you can't see it again. You just have to start. You just have to take your first step. You just have to believe in yourself, and you can start. So I just want to give you 3 tips, okay? 3 really important tips on the on becoming an author, like not becoming an author, on entrepreneurship. So let me just show you this. Yeah. So here is my message. So the 3 great steps of entrepreneurship is: step 1, find a unique idea by observing and learning. The human brain is special for a reason, because we have imagination. We can literally make up anything, like cartoon shows, books. Those are something that are not existing, but our imagination has created them. Nature, like it was just something that we created and we put in the universe. So all of you can do that. Just find a unique idea by observing and learning and seeing different things, and you will get an idea. After you get an idea, implement the idea. You can take the help of your parents or someone adult for this, and take their advice and implement the idea. Get it grounded, get it started. And then step 3 is promote. Nothing goes big until you promote it, until you talk about it. Just talk to your friends. Hey, I have this going on. Talk to your like if you get a relative, talk to your relative. I have this going on. And promotion is really important. And then you're on your way to become an entrepreneur, and you will be a great entrepreneur just by following these 3 steps. So just stay connected with me. So these are just 2 links. You can email me here, and this is my website. So you can stay connected with me here. So I'll send the website link in the chat, so all of you can connect with me. Let me just send it. You can copy paste it in your browser, and you can connect with me. So it was really, it was really nice talking to all of you. I really enjoyed it, and I hope all of you learned something from today's session. And all of you have the potential. When I was a child, I used to look at all these great people. I was used to be like, they probably came from a rich family. That's why they are so great. But now I'm here, and what I would say to the me, like around 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I would say, look at me. You did something. Everybody can do something. That's just how the world works. So that's something I just want to tell you all.
Great, Arnay, great. I think it was lovely, listening to you. It was so amazing. I actually was wishing that you should not stop, because the enthu you were talking was so amazing, So thank you so much, Arnay, for sharing lovely and beautiful structured pattern, that how you being from a passion, and you turn out to be a passionpreneur and finally an entrepreneur, and then taking the journey so wonderfully. Now I have a couple of questions for you. I hope, Arnay, you are ready for that.
Yeah, I am certainly.
But before that, I have such a lovely audience connecting with me on Zoom. So I want all of you, please share through emojis, share your reaction to this little entrepreneur with us, none other than Arnay Agarwal. So let's show through our reactions and emojis on our screen the way how he has presented his thoughts. I think that was mind blowing. So I want to see my screen. Arne, let's see how many of them are just showing. I want to see everywhere. Wow, so many hearts are popping up. I want
Wow.
to click this picture. My IT team, yes, definitely they're going to click this picture. Wow, that's amazing. Lovely. So Anna, you did a fantastic job. Now let me just take a couple of questions. Yeah. So audience, I also request all of you, if you have any question, kindly put it up in the chat box so that I can just ask Arne if you have very specific question. And then we are going to again further ask Arne that how to just go about it.
Okay, so what are the questions? Come on, tell me.
Yeah, so they are going till they right like Arne, I have a couple of questions for you. So my very first question to you, Arne, I want to ask you. You're just 12 years old. 12 years is just an age like when people just play, do a lot of stuff. People don't have a clarity. Who
Yeah.
gave you this clarity that you just want to turn out to be an entrepreneur?
So, all these things like e-reading Shala, how it started, the idea of taking action, I think that's the main, I think, you think, wow, they're so amazing. Everybody's so amazing. I wish I could do that. You just wish you have to take action. So, that was the thing that, my mom motivated me to take action. She was like, if you're just going to keep thinking, nothing is going to happen. You actually have to do something. So, she motivated me to start doing something, to start taking action. And that's how it started. That's how all this started. So as I told, this whole session, I just want to tell you the thing. Just start. You don't need to be afraid. Just start, and you will be great. You will have a great things.
Wow, that's lovely. So you're talking about be an action taker, right?
Yes.
Just don't be a thinker. Amazing key points. I think audience, you have a lovely point to take from Arne's. Be an action taker, not to be a thinker. Great. My second question to you, Arne. You have also given TEDx, talks. How was your experience when you were just on a TEDx platform, such a big platform, and you were giving your talk? How was it as an experience?
It was a really amazing experience. TEDx is something that's a big platform. There were so many people, and I got to listen to them all. There was PV Sindhu. My mind was like in pieces. I was like, PV Sindhu, oh my goodness, oh my god. So that was like, there was a great experience for me. So
so did you get a chance to talk to her, and did you share any sort of like, did she ask you that what made you to just come here for TEDx? You're just 12 years old.
No, unfortunately, I didn't get any direct, I didn't talk to PV Sindhu, but it was still just amazing to be there with her. And
wonderful.
TEDx was really amazing. I was really nervous, but
yes.
How do you say? It was really like the excitement of that overtook me.
Wonderful, wonderful. So my next question to you, Arne, you plan your events. You just shared in your PPTs that you plan your events before the main festival, right? You plan like Dashera events, you plan like whatever the event theme, Christmas event, right? So we are very close to these two main biggest festivals, I would say, which is celebrated at a global, level. Let it be even Christmas or Diwali or any sort of festival, Ganesh Puja or something. So how you do your event planning?
Okay. How I do my event planning? Well, I plan my events by it's like a lot of planning. Like I do the event and a month before, not even a month before, like almost 1.5 months before, I start planning what we will be doing, what are the ideas, what is the plan, and then 1 month before we start getting ready. We start promoting it, finalizing the script. So it's really amazing to do that. And
So who else help you in your preparation? I'm sure your mom is
and
going to be the one biggest supporter to you.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, actually, yeah, she helps me a lot. She knows my she does a lot of stuff for me. She helped me. Dude, like I can't put all these curtains together. I can't put them myself. So
Mhm.
she helped me doing all that, and
Okay.
she also helped me play. She also helped me plan all of it.
Wonderful, lovely. So, tell me one thing: when people of your age group they ask you, "Hey, Arne, we want to become like you," what do you suggest to them?
Uh, what I would suggest to them is don't don't be like me, okay? Like don't be me. Be your own person. You do what you want. You don't have to take up storytelling because of me or
Mhm.
anything. If you want to, if you're really interested in storytelling, then take it up. But what you're interested in, what is what you're interested in, you have to follow that, and that's the best part for you to take, and that is the one that will guarantee a maximum success along with maximum fun, because you'll be having fun while becoming successful. Yeah.
That's true. That's so lovely that you inspire people not to be like you, but probably just to find themselves in their better version, right?
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so I do have a question, and Sudhakar has raised his hand. Sudhakar ji, can you just put your question in the chat box so that we can take it? Sudhakar, can you hear me? Just put your question in the chat box. I'll take it up from there. Okay, Arne, couple of things, just like a rapid fire round, which I want to play with you. I hope you love playing rapid fire round. Is it?
I love it.
Okay, so let's play that because I feel so much synergy with you as a kid, and it's so amazing to interact with you. So let's play that particularly, rapid fire round here. So your favorite color?
Okay, my favorite color, um red.
Red. Okay. Favorite food?
Burger.
Burger. Okay. All right. Uh, your favorite destination?
Greece. No, Egypt.
Egypt or Greece?
Egypt. So
Egypt.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So one title you want to give to yourself?
Storyteller.
Storyteller. Okay. How it is that if you call yourself a top-notch CEO, how do you see yourself?
What? The top
If
note?
a top-notch CEO,
Okay.
how it sounds to you?
It sounds to me really amazing, and to be honest, it makes me. I'm like, I'm not that. I'm not a top CEO. I feel like that.
Okay, that's amazing, and which you are going to be because you are already doing so many things at such a young age. So definitely your future is going to be very, very bright, right? Wonderful. So I have a question from somebody. They wants to know what do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I play games.
Oh wow.
I read books. I read a lot of books, and I talk to my friends. On these apps on calling,
Mhm,
and I do schoolwork.
mhm.
I
and
just
and how you manage your lot of speaking engagement, Arne, because I've seen you have such a wide portfolio and it's really difficult to manage such kind of things. No doubt your mom is there for you to support, but eventually even you have to do a lot of preparation, right? How you manage your school, how you manage your all activities as a
So,
speaking.
I like there's like during the sessions, it's not like the sessions they go for like a long time. They usually max they take 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hour. I
Mhm,
just do the session for that long. Then I take like a little bit of break, and
mhm,
then I just do everything else. I just do my studies. I just do everything else I want to do. And
mhm,
planning takes more time than the session itself.
mhm,
And the planning, I set a time. I
mhm,
don't plan all the time. I plan for a certain time, and I store my plan. I make the documents, all I need to make, like the PPT and stuff. I
Mhm.
make it, and then after I'm done, I'm done. I don't need to do anything else after that. So I just take a break and I do everything else on my studies. The next day I continue. I go to the on the same time. I continue what I was doing.
Oh, great, great. So, Anna, I have a question for you. Somebody asked me, share some tips how to enhance public speaking among school children.
Okay, public speaking among school children.
Yes.
Just have them have them give a lot of speeches. All of you should give a lot of speeches. Like, the school, you as a school child, at your home, you must, like, you have to do it on your own too. You have to practice on your own, like, with your parents or something, or with your friends. Just like give them a speech. And make sure, if you're starting public speaking, don't like start with your family and friends, because they're your family and friends. They will, they won't say anything bad. It's like giving it's just gossiping. So just start slow, start with your friends and family. Then after that, maybe start your classmates, then start your then take it bigger. Like, practice public speaking.
Mhm.
That's what I want to say.
Oh, great. So you are saying they should go and talk to either first, they can start slowly, slowly talking to their friends and then eventually into known groups and then further taking it out to strangers.
Yeah,
Okay, great. So also people want to know how many languages do you speak?
I speak three:
Okay, and which are those languages?
English,
Hmm?
Hindi, and French.
Oh wow, you speak French too.
Yeah, I go to
Amazing.
classes. I go to classes on for French in my school.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Arna, tell me one incident in your life so far, whenever you was giving some speech and or you were in the middle of a session, okay, and some sort of naughty student you find who was just trying to torture you, how you tackle him or her?
To be honest, like, okay, can you repeat the question once? I have to think about
So
it.
very simple in your session, because see, usually when we take or talk to people, a lot of people will be good, but some naughty student will also be there in our class, right?
Uh,
So they love doing a lot of stuff. They want to just ask you random things. So any such incident has happened with you?
I think it has, like, some kids. Okay, so I receive a lot of positive things too, but I also receive negative things.
Okay.
So some ways I deal is that, first I tell that, like, you will just comment about how you're not serious about this, you're not giving enough insight. And how I responded to that, uh, I said that, yeah, I may not be inciting, but I have a lot of space to grow, and I'm not perfect. Everybody has some flaws, and so I have my own share of flaws. So I'm sorry if I offended you in any way, but I will try to become better. So please, yeah. So that's basically how I responded, and
Oh,
sometimes
wonderful.
sometimes when they say your sessions are boring, I say that, please continue listening. I hope you will enjoy it as I go further. So,
Lovely.
those are some things that I say.
So Anna, I think this is really, really a very valid answer you share with people. You're so genuine and honest. As you mentioned very right, we can't be master of everything because we all have our own flaws.
Yeah.
But the best part is you accept and openly tell them. And I think that brings the entire charm to your session. So people even take it, accept it also very wholeheartedly. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Great, great. I think amazing to learn from you. Okay, so tell me one so far your what do you want to be in your dream life? How you assume your dream life?
My dream life. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, this is what I'm asking. Means what sort of dreams you have right now? What do you want to achieve? Give me
Uh,
top three dreams right now in the list.
my top three dreams is to, for me to establish something in the real world. Like, I have a lot of my things on online, and what I
Mhm.
want to do is that I want to make it offline. I want to start something offline when coronavirus stops.
Mhm.
So that's one of my dreams. And second is to, inspire others, inspire a lot many others, and just to become like someone who inspires others to become better. That's like a dream of mine, that will just make me feel so happy. And my third would be to make get some money and make my mom get my mom a big house.
Wow, that's lovely. You have such a clear thing in your mind. I think that's amazing, Arne. That's the reason why you are such a powerful personality. I really appreciate it. Wonderful. So now the next thing which I want to ask you is, as you mentioned, you want to inspire a lot of adults.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Which section is more easier to handle, kids or adults?
um I don't know, like kids, they are really, they're really good. They're not that, what do you say, I don't feel that nervous with kids, because I'm a kid. I think of all of them as my friends. But sometimes I don't know what the kids will do. Like sometimes it's really hard, like they don't I know it's a little hard to communicate with them. A lot of them don't switch on their videos or auditors or something. But what is adults? I just feel like adults are, adults. So that's something. But I think both are best, because nowadays I have gone over my fear of adults, and now I've also started communicating with children better. So I
Mhm.
would say both. Both are easy to what do you say, follow.
To handle. Okay, great. So when you train people, I mean, slightly adults, when they ask you questions, you don't feel like nervous with them?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
When adults ask you certain questions, you don't feel nervous with them?
Uh, no, not really.
Okay. So certain serious adults will also come and they talk, right? How do
Yeah,
you
so we
tackle them?
talk, and what I feel is that wow, they are talking to me. They're talking with me, and they are, I just feel like I feel honored that such serious adults, they're so great, and they're just paying attention to me. So that's amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Arne, one simple statement I want from you. If one thing you have to change for society, what do you want to change?
One thing I want to change for society. Okay, this is kind of hard. I would say equality, because there's a lot of what do you say, inequality, like between the colors of people, the gender of people. So that is something that's a lot of inequality of. So I would say that there shouldn't be.
Oh, great. And where do you see the future kids or probably future generation heading towards?
I see the future generation heading towards I would say like an
Okay.
advanced society of people, that are good to each other.
Mhm.
That it's an advanced society, and there's a lot of expressions and freedom of speech, and all these wars that are going on are not there anymore. Maybe it is like some people say, "Where's the war?" and other people say, "War? What's the word war?" So that's something I hope will happen in the future.
Great, great, Arne. So, Arne, if I have to ask you on a closing note, what one simple statement you want to give to our audience? Because you have covered a wonderful session of your questionnaire and rapid fire round. I'm so amazed by the way you have answered, and I'm sure whosoever has joined me right now across the globe must be just feeling so amazed the way how Arne has replied at the age of 12 years. I think there's a lot to learn from this boy. And yes, Arne, so give me just one statement which you want to give to your listeners, to your viewers, whosoever has connected you today.
Yeah, so my message is just start. Okay, don't think that all of you, you might be thinking that I'm just going to give you a session, and uh, it's just over. Just do something. Okay, start. Just start. It's not that you have to start a company. Just start, like, if you are interested in reading, start sharing books among your friends, start telling them about books. If you're interested in painting, like find other kids who are also interested in painting, find other people who are interested in painting and get together with them. If you're interested in in sports, then do something about that sports. So just take an action to become better at what you like. You might have a hobby, and you're really good at that hobby. That's why it's your hobby. So just become better at it, and just have more fun with it. And it will be really good for it will be really good, because that your hobby only will make you successful, and that's something amazing. So just start.
A wonderful, lovely message, Arne. Thank you so much for sharing such a inspiring message, I would say. And I'm sure all your viewers, listeners, and your fans across the globe, whosoever joined to listen you, they must be amazed by it. So thank you so much, Arne. So just want to ask, your mom is around?
She's not around right now.
Oh, is it? So she can join for a minute, if possible?
No, she's not around right now.
Okay, no problem. Otherwise, I think I have to thank your mom for such a wonderful coordination she did. And it was so amazing that she was on a regular, constant follow up saying that, okay, fine, this is where, this is where, this is just so structured. I really want to have my special thanks to your mom. So please convey my thanks to your mom. And apart from that, Arne, thank you so much for joining us today evening, taking out your time. It was really amazing to talk to you. And it's indeed our real pleasure to call you here, invite you, and just share your sheer knowledge and experience. And thank you so much. So we do have our small video which we have created for you, Arne. I'll request my IT team to play that video for you, which we have created for you. I hope you will love it.
Okay, I'm curious. What is this video?
This is a small video which we wanted to share with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are just going to share. So this was all from our side. I hope you loved it.
Yeah, I did. It's like a collage of all I've done. Like you can just
Yes.
see him. I just saw like a change in me, how
Right.
I was before. And I wasn't like, it's just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was just a lovely little surprise which we wanted to give from the rec team. And let's proceed towards your felicitation. So I'll request my IT team to proceed towards the felicitation of our guest speaker for today evening. So Arne, this is a small token of appreciation from our side for giving your valuable time, your experience, and sharing your sheer knowledge with all our lovely audience. So this is from our side. Please accept it. Thank you so much once again, Arne.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the certificate.
And it is lovely to interact with you, and definitely I personally have learned a lot of things from you. So I would say so amazed to see that at such a young age you have such a good clarity. And from my side, my best wishes to you, and you are definitely going to do certainly great things in your life, right? God bless you, Arne, and stay connected and keep doing whatever you are lovely things you are doing. Keep inspiring people. Stay blessed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, all my lovely viewers, audience, whosoever has connected across the globe. Thank you so much. This was all from Rec Power Talks today. And you have already seen the powerful personality Arne Agarwal from Bangalore. You want to connect to him, you can just check out his LinkedIn handle. He's everywhere, right? You can follow him on podcasts, you can follow him on Facebook. And I think it's just an inspiration for all the kids, whosoever is his age, to really learn, and they can sincerely do a lot of great things, because today generation is advanced generation and they have a lot of resources available. Just like Arne, I think even they can also start doing something. As Arne was mentioning, please be an action taker, don't be a thinker, right? So I think Arne inspires a lot of people in and around from all the age groups, and if he can do it, he always suggests that even you can do it, right? That's a powerful message. Ane, stay tuned with us. So thank you so much, all my lovely viewers. Stay blessed. Take care of yourself. It's me signing off, Sunesh from Bangalore. I see you in our next Power Talk. Till then, stay tuned in. Take care of yourself. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ane.
Bye.
Bye-bye.